Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. What we doing today, motherfuckers? What we doing? Oh, what? We doing life. It's all on me. The morning drinking show. I'm your host, Greg. Yeah, it's fucking me. God. I'll never get tired of that picture, though. Not anymore. We getting on here every fucking day, motherfuckers. I just came out of an amazing meditation, working on that sacral chakra. What the fuck you doing this morning, man? Sunday fun day. Cheers to Sunday fun days. What we gonna do today? What are we gonna do? We only got a few more days and we in April Fools, motherfuckers. You see how quick that shit pops up on us? Well, we got started with this message January 1st. It was New Year, New Me. 22.2222. $2 a gallon gas. Dang, have life changed? It's been a lot of change in the last few months, motherfuckers. What are you doing to change? What are you doing to control the change? Are you just going with it? Are you just going with life? Are you just accepting life, or are you actually charting your course in life? Right? Life is an interesting thing. Anything is possible. It could literally happen in an instant. If you have a desire for change in your life, to grow in ways that almost seem impossible, in many ways it does seem impossible to hit achievements, right? Health, nutrition, finance, education, employment, occupational growth and change. There's probably a lot of dreams you have that just seem so far-fetched, right? Almost impossible. Because you knew that in order to achieve something, you literally cannot see who you are right now as that. But you don't know why you got this fucking vision, this dream going on in your head. It's like, where does that come from, right? Are you seeing yourself living this amazing, totally different lifestyle, but it's supposed to be for someone else? Why do you have those visions? Why do you have visions of yourself feeling amazing, looking great, beach body, man, like feeling really proud of yourself? Why do you see yourself having like your dream car and a dream house or a dream job? But right now, your reality is fucking almost on a nightmare. It's like a nightmare because you're like, fuck. You see all this stuff, right? If you're on social media, you see people living the good life, right? The good life is what they put out there. Or you subscribe to different memes or different pages that promote all these exotic places on this world, on this earth, that part of you's like, you wish you could see it all. But part of you knows that you ain't even taken a vacation in like 2 years or a year, or it just seems like forever. And then the vacations you go on, it's like the same old shit, man. Vegas, motherfucker. Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Man, y'all still getting caught up on Vegas? There's so many amazing places to see. Natural spectacles, man. Waterfalls, mountains, seashores, right? Forests, nature, man. Y'all still getting caught up on Vegas. Fucking Vegas, baby. Vegas. God. Whatever floats your boat. At the end of the day, when it comes to the it's all on me mindset, motherfuckers, I don't care where you want to go, who you want to be, what you want to achieve in this life. In order to get anything done, you got to accept what is and what was. Did you hear me, motherfuckers? In order to get somewhere else, somewhere new, You have to accept what is and what was, right? What is your current starting place? What was the experience that got you here? Because until you accept those two things, what is right now and what got you here, what was and what you have been through, you will never truly get to a place beyond what your mind can fathom, beyond what you think is just basic and possible. So it does take acceptance for growth. There are so many of us, myself included, right? I resisted myself. I didn't want to accept that I had fucked up, that I had failures, that I had made mistakes in my life that have cost me, like legally, financially, right? Emotionally, in a lot of different ways, man. Like if I hadn't had that, I'd probably be a fucking city councilor right now. But if I hadn't had that, I wouldn't be here right now, and I'd be fucking a city councilor doing dip shit. Now I'd be doing shit. I'd be changing things no matter where I am. That is one thing I embrace is change, transformation. I do not accept corruption, the broken system, all you motherfuckers voting for fucking the best sweet talkers, right? That money can buy. Y'all voted for the best sweet talkers that money can buy. And some of you don't even get sweet talked. You just nod your head, right? Because someone told you, you always vote this way or you always vote that way. Don't ask any questions. So you just nod your head like a little good boy or girl and you do what you're told. Most of you, I know people that you guys haven't even thought for yourself when it comes to your own beliefs in politics. Right? You were literally walked to the poll for the first time, told by someone you love and respected, and they told you better vote this way the rest of your life. This is how we vote. And you nodded your head like a good little boy or girl, and that's been the script. You accepted someone else's beliefs, and you've nodded your head about a lot of shit in life, right? In order to avoid what? Standing up for yourself. In order to avoid being rejected. You want acceptance. We all want acceptance. But when you just nod your head, who are you truly not accepting? Yourself. You're not accepting yourself. You're not accepting the fact that every single fucking person on this earth deserves to be able to set their minds free, right? To figure out what this reality is. Right? This spiritual world we live in, this life force within us, right? Is it really just one religion? Is it just one redeemer? Right? Is it just going to that particular church when there's a gazillion of them everywhere? Everywhere you look, man, there's church. Most of them all hate each other. Trust me, I've been to a bunch. There's like 96 churches here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, little town. Medium-sized town. We got over fucking 100 churches over here, right? Most of these people don't even want to talk to each other. I know this because when I ran for politics, I visited all these churches, right? I wanted to actually see that community from a bigger perspective. And even when I was in the community, these motherfuckers don't like each other. They talking shit about each other, right? It's very competitive because it's a money game. It's all about money, followers, money. Gotta get that fucking membership dues, right? Keep the doors open, even though the doors are closed most of the time. Isn't that funny, right? Do you think is there anybody that goes to church on Sundays? Do you really think there's a point of going to the church? Do you think if the churches had the best interest of the people, you know, the biggest burden is the facility, which is only open, a couple hours a week, other than the administrative bullshit? Right? Do you think if they really cared, they could just do this? Why can't they just do this? Why do they need a building still? Isn't this like the original church anyways, right? Communing in homes, communing together, connecting with each other, right? This is church, motherfuckers. This is what it's all about. It's about connecting with humans, having real life fucking conversations. That's church to me, right? We ain't bullshitting each other. There ain't no bullshit around here. right? To me, I'm trying to connect with you guys about life and how to make a difference in your life. And then once you make a difference in your life for yourself, you can go out there and fucking change the world. And if changing the world just means making your family dynamic better, making your work environment better, right? Making your community better, and it may be making a country better or the whole entire fucking world better. I think Dalai Lama said it best. Save one person, change one person, you change the whole world. That's the impact of one beating heart, one intelligent mind that is set free from the system and the programming of society, whether it's political or religious, right? Social issues, all this bullshit. All of it is meaningless at the end of the fucking day. At the end of the day, can you sit there and have a conversation with yourself that is authentic, that is honest, and that truly accepts you for who you are? Right? Or are you so busy going around to all these circles, all these people, and having to wear fucking masks to hide your true self? And I believe most of us subscribe to that. Most of us, as a means of survival, as a means of acceptance, have to wear the masks, go around, talk the talk, look the part, walk the walk. And at the end of the day, when we go home, it's like it's only in like the privacy of our cars, driving alone, or when we're at home alone. Maybe it's right now on a Sunday morning, right? That you can truly feel like you can be yourself. And then even then, if you're in a toxic relationship, that shit still isn't gonna be fucking 100% who you are. If the relationship doesn't allow for you to safely express yourself, where you got to walk on eggshells because you may infuriate your partner and they may go off on you. And in order to avoid a fight, you got to just bite your lip and shut the fuck up and hold your fucking truth. And that shit does not honor you as a human being, as a life force. Right? We are to be expressive. We are to be creative, whether it's through voice, through our creativity of gifts of art and expression, action, movement. Isn't even athletics an art? It absolutely is. Fitness, everything. Anything that transforms you, that allows you to express an aspect of your humanity, whether it's your physical strength, your mental strength, your creativity, your intelligence, your intellect, right? And even just your sense of being. And then when you're able to guide people through. But in this day and age, you know, it's like we got to be looking at growth, right? There's too many people that grow up, right? We're like when we're little kids and we're adolescents, we start getting woke, you know, when we hit those teenage years. All we want to do is be 18, you know, and 21, so we could be an adult. We can drive and we can drink and no one's going to ever tell us what to do again. And it's kind of like when we hit that, right? When we fully feel that we're sort of an independent minded adult now, right? At whatever age that is, we stop growing. We basically say, fuck, it's time to settle down, start a family, hang it up. Because my best years are behind me. It's time to just go punch that fucking clock, earn that paycheck, be that provider. And in the process of that fucking bullshit story, right? And it's admirable for some. Some of y'all think you're put on this fucking planet to be a parent, right? To be a worker. And if you like, when it's simplified like that, it hopefully it does kind of sound weird. Right? Think about it. I mean, so how many of you know people or are someone that literally your life revolves around your job? That's like everything. That's all your best energy, all your best effort is with your job, your work. And I hope some of you are like this entrepreneurial spirited person that's able to like, you know, turn a passion into prosperity, right, for yourself. But I'm talking about like your job, meaning like you have such a demanding job. You're just serving this business or this entity that is, it just consumes your life. And it's like, yeah, you get something from it, but maybe it's lost its luster, right? Maybe it was something you started doing years ago, and it's like now you're just going through the motions and it's like autopilot. And you've kind of just accepted, like, yeah, this is cool. This is my life, right? It's, I get up, I got my Monday through Friday, I got my fucking vacation time, once or twice a year, right? I got some holidays off sprinkled in between those, and I got a little sick pay and I got some benefits. And it's just, things are just as needed, right? You got enough to pay your bills, save a little. But where's the fulfillment in that? Where's the growth in that? Like, if that is your situation where you are just kind of financially in a nice little groove, things are happening, and just you feel content, right? Where's the growth in that then? Right? How do you challenge yourself as a human to experience things that cause you to continue to grow, where you're not dead, right? You're a walking dead, man, when you're just zombied out on a job and you're not doing things that make you feel alive, right? That's where shit starts to happen, right? It's the things you do where you can truly feel alive, motherfuckers. For me, it's going out in nature, right? Nature. I can hear the little birds singing right now out the window. And it's just like to join that chorus of my beating heart and the breath of my lungs, right? And even just maybe a little singing or whatever, going up into the mountains and hiking and camping and, just being connected with nature is so freeing for me. That's where I feel alive, man. I love it. And I was thinking yesterday how long it's been since I've camped. I used to camp like, gosh, man, throughout even the winter. I'd go places just a little more south and warmer. And I honestly got to sit here and I can't even remember the last time I went camping. It's been that long, and that's kind of sad. I think it was sometime in September, October. So it's been a while. And I'm someone that usually camps year round, right? I have the little cabin on wheels and I love to do overlanding. And that's a big passion of mine. But yet I've been in a grinding season, building season, renovation and moving. And today's going to be another busy day. Yesterday, man, got cranking. I had to interrupt the broadcast here because we got a call. I was getting lit up because a room had the shower handle came off and it left the water on, and I had to address that. Right, that's part of the call. The calling it on my current situation is being present, being able to like drop everything to go help another person out for a service request or an issue. Not that that stuff happens all the time, but when it does, I have to interrupt things going on in order to address other problems. And a big part of my routine is to try and address problematic things before they become bigger issues, especially involving customers, because then we got to do what? Discounts and, a lot of apologetics, we have to apologize for a lot of shit. So I like to avoid that. But acceptance has been a big part of my season. And when I say seasons, it's just this phase of my life, what I'm going through right now, right? Like coming out of last fall, right? It's been actually a couple seasons because we just switched the calendar into spring. But I do look at life as like seasonal. And I'm still in a season of transformation, of transition, for sure. Professionally, even just where I live, as a residence, like I'm undergoing and almost completing the first move in 13 years. And there's so much emotions attached to, letting go and accepting that it's time. The time is now for me to let go and move on from my home of 13 years. So many memories there, so many good memories and so many bad memories there. And it's interesting to just see as I walk in the house now, and I'll hit something or I'll say something, it's like it echoes because there's not possessions in there. There's not couches that absorb the echo. It's very echoey and hollow. And, I've had some emotional times clearing out the house, just for some reason memories pop in, and I'm in that place now where if I have a chance and I get emotional, I feel anxious or I feel a memory that brings some sadness or grief, like I'll fan into that. I'll sit there in that and allow myself the time to honor my feelings. I think it's very important, right? Men, women alike, we ain't too fucking tough for this shit. It really matters because especially with the masculine, the more that we are trained, and we all are, most little boys are trained to suppress their emotions. And we're shamed when we do like kind of show a little, that we're sad or something. We get shamed for that. And so it really builds that construct of like having to hold shit in, but we don't, because usually then what? It leaks out in very toxic ways that are very hurtful and harmful to even our own best interests as a man. I've hurt people that I care deeply about, and that, in my right mind, I'm like, I never want to lose this person, but then I'm doing things that are hurtful, that are all based on the trauma, the not processing my trauma, holding in my anger, holding in my frustration, not allowing my feelings to process, not knowing how to communicate feelings so that it comes out in anger and just rudeness and just, bad shit, man. And it's taken me a lot to accept the life that I have, the shit I've been through, the fuck ups, the good, the bad, and the motherfucking ugly. We can usually accept the good things, but it's the bad things and the ugly things. The bad things are shit that we'll share with people, but there's ugly things that we're so fucking ashamed of. We're so afraid of because we don't want no one to know it, because we'll feel judged. We'll feel like we're going to lose people. If you've ever felt like if you share something with somebody, they're going to leave you, right? Man, I'm sorry to hear that you've been through that, because I have definitely not been honest with myself and with somebody else out of fear of losing them, right? And that's a very hollow place to be. And that tells me for sure that I didn't accept myself, that there was things that I've done, things that I've been through that I still didn't accept, because it's not until we fully accept ourselves, right, that we can be honest with other people, right? And that's this whole show. It's all on me, motherfuckers, because it's once you get to taking total ownership of your life and you truly accept yourself for who you are, what you've been through, what you're currently going through, the mistakes you've made, the bad decisions you made, the fucking heartbreak you've been through, right? The things you've done to hurt other people, until you come to a level of acceptance, like real fucking acceptance, like going through every one of these stories and all of these people that have either hurt you or that you have fucking hurt, and taking total ownership of it. No fucking excuses. We always want to excuse ourselves out of every fucking thing. Oh, well, it was because of this and that and that and this and this and that. No, just shut the fuck up and say, you know what? I'm sorry, I fucked up. You don't need to explain yourself. Sometimes you just got to own it, and then that actually lets it go. It's when you try and make excuses, it just makes it fucking prolongs it from actually processing. But if you're someone that wants to experience some growth in life, right, you got to start accepting some shit, some facts. And the best thing to do is go through your journal and start like going back into the earliest times of your life, which is fucking really hard. It's emotional. It's a hard journey to do by yourself, right? I mean, I'm still doing therapy twice a week. And last week was a super challenging week for me, right? I had my partners coming into town. They've been here. And when they're in town, there's a lot more attention that's put on everything that we're doing here. And And it took me away from trying to achieve some of the other things I needed to do, like my move, but I haven't used that as an excuse. We also had like a crazy snowstorm or two last week out of nowhere. I had my wallet stolen out of nowhere. And guess what? My therapist was out at a national conference, so I didn't get any therapy sessions last week. And yet, all as many challenges as I faced, all the challenges I faced last week, I faced all last week. I didn't avoid any of those motherfuckers, right? I faced every challenge and I stepped up with a solution. And ultimately, the solution is just accepting what is, moving through it, processing, growing, and thriving through fucking the chaos and the chaotic shit going on. But also still like having that perspective to say a snowstorm's not going to stop me from moving a lot of shit this day, right? Icy roads, snowy weather, cold weather's not going to stop me. Having my partners in town isn't going to stop me. I'm going to have to create a boundary and say, you know what? You guys are leaving on Sunday. I will still be here. I can't be here today and tomorrow. I have to give this my full attention. Right. And so it's knowing to be able to advocate for yourself. And that's another really hard thing in life is too many people. If you have low or no self-confidence or low self-esteem, you have a really hard time telling people no. Right. And the person you have the hardest time telling no is the one that looks you back when you look in the mirror, that's looking back at you. It's yourself, right? Because guess what? For you, growing was all about getting to becoming an adult, right? And so once you became an adult, ain't nobody gonna tell you what to do no more. How dare you tell me what to do? I'm a fucking adult now. So you stop growing because you don't want someone to tell you what the fuck to do, to tell you how to run your life. And so you stop really growing in the sense where you're able to tell yourself no. And that's what healthy parents do, right? That's what a good, active, engaged parent does, is it doesn't just let the child make all these crazy decisions. The parent kind of has a relationship where you're able to guide and mentor and coach, but also create hard boundaries for your children to say, no, that's not gonna, you can't do that today. And it sucks because they push back. I have two teenagers now. And it's like, they've said some really mean and nasty shit to me because I set boundaries, because I say no. And I've had to say no to myself, and I'm not always successful. It's a daily fucking struggle, right? Total honesty, transparency. Yesterday, we're running around. My day got off hectic, answering a call in a room a service call that should have been taken care of the day before. And it turned out I'm running down there, getting all soaking wet in someone's shower. They're trying to shit and shower in the morning, and their shower handle fucking pops off. And so I'm having to deal with that. And then I'm having to move and go to the dump and drop all kinds of trash. And I'm having to process all this, like, you know, when it comes to like me moving, I'm wanting to let go of stuff. So I'm having to process everything, not just load boxes. I'm literally deconstructing boxes upon boxes. Instead of most people were packing boxes, I'm unpacking boxes one thing at a time to determine whether I want to keep this thing in my life or not. And most of the things I've gotten rid of. I'm just getting rid of shit. I don't want shit. I don't want stuff, right? I'd rather have experiences than things. I don't want to be bogged down in this day and age with a bunch of shit that I'm worried about paying for shit to exist. Fuck that. I'm not going to have a fucking storage. No. And so because my day was hectic, you know, I knew we were going to go and we weren't going to be able to stop to eat. So guess what? I pulled into the fucking gas station. Guess what? Getting fucking snacks. Guess what? After I ate them snacks, I feel like shit, right? And so in that moment, that was an opportunity for me to grow discipline, right? To say, you know what? I'd rather not eat, push through the pain of having some hunger pains, which it's really, I'm just nervous, or I'm just really maybe anxious. There's something else going on the deeper level, but yet I soothed it. I went for the pleasure, right? Got the fucking snacks, motherfuckers. Yes, I get the snacks too. And I felt like shit after. I felt like total shit. And yet, in order for you to grow, you have to start inserting some fucking self-discipline into your life, into your day-to-day routines. You have to be able to tell yourself no when you have these little fucking urges, right? This urge where you want to feel a pleasure, and it's only short-lived. So, it's like, do you really need to sit there and marathon the show? Or could you get up and go for a fucking walk, a 5-mile walk, right? You're hungry and you fucked up. You didn't pack the healthy meal. You were lazy. And so you're just going to go through the drive-through, right? Instead of doing the drive-through, telling yourself, no, your punishment is you didn't get the healthy meal. So the way out of that is not to go and just get the convenient meal, because we're changing some shit up and we want to have some growth. And in order to have that growth, in order to progress, you got to have discipline. And discipline is self-induced. You got to have self-induced discipline. And it's not something that's like this passed on through generations. It's something you develop every fucking day. Discipline is truly being the parent that you don't want to be to yourself, right? You'll tell your kids what to do sometimes, but most of the time you won't tell yourself what is good and bad for you. You know it deep down because it leaves you feeling like shit when you're doing bad things. When you're doing unhealthy things, you know it. It leaves you feeling like shit. But when you're finally ready to start inserting some self-discipline, you got to tell yourself no. Or you got to tell yourself, get up fucking early. Get out of bed. Make your bed. Get up early. Do some fucking meditations, right? Do some journaling. And it's like, here I am telling you, giving you guys a guide for some daily habits that will fucking transform your life. There's no question. If you start buying into this, starting your day with positive affirmations, doing some mindfulness, doing some meditation, some prayer, whatever it is, journaling, all that shit gets packed into mindfulness, right? That is like non-negotiable. You cannot negotiate missing that piece. If you don't hit the exercise every day, all right, man, like you need to get in it more days than not. There's 7 days in a typical week. If you're getting in exercise 60 minutes for 4 days a week, that's like the minimum. That's the fucking bare minimum, motherfuckers. The bare minimum. Anything less than that is just really not on the radar. It's not on the scale. You got to be getting most of the days in 60 minutes. That's the minimum, right? And then it's nutrition. All you motherfuckers that make those excuses about, I don't got time for the gym. I don't got money to pay for a membership. I don't have money to pay for a personal fucking trainer, right? Guess what? What you're putting in your fucking pie hole, what you eat, is way more important than the exercise. You could lose 100 pounds just changing up your nutrition, not starving yourself to death, switching up nutrition, right, into something like what I did, plant-based whole food, Forks Over Knives. Watch the fucking documentary, Forks Over Knives. This Sunday is a personal development. Forks Over Knives. Watch it if you ain't. Switching up just your nutrition alone with no exercise, the right nutrition, you will drop 100 fucking pounds in a year probably. Just switching up into the right nutrition. Then you add some exercise in there. Holy fuck, you're going to be a whole new person. Come fucking April Fool's 2023. But it starts today. Accepting your situation and quit listening to that little fucking bitch voice. Always talking you out of shit. Right? Mindfulness, exercise, nutrition, personal development, and then go out there and fucking make a difference in the world that you interact with, right? Because as I talk to however many people I'm reaching here every single day, you then get to go and impact other people because you're hearing the positivity, you're hearing the message in this. And if it resonates with you, right, you work on yourself. But as you work on yourself, then you're able to influence the world around you, the people that you are interacting with most. And then they're impacted, and then they go and impact people. You'd never know the ripple effect of just one person. I said it earlier. Change a life, save a life, change the world. That is the impact you have on this world. Is just you having a smile right now. Look at your beautiful smile right now. You have such a beautiful smile. Go share that with the world around you. Smile. You're beautiful. And the world needs to see that radiant beauty coming from you. But it needs to come from within. It's not just the external. We get so caught up on what the eyes see. It's how do you feel? Some of the most beautiful people that we see, externally speaking, are the most ugliest people on the inside, because it's all external. There's no balance, right? You truly know someone's joy and the beauty by what they radiate, that energy that they radiate. And just radiating positive, loving, accepting energy is fucking super attractive. Tell me I'm wrong, right? Seeing people just what's up, you guys? Fuck, man. That's 2 days in a row I've had some interruption in the broadcast. Look, we talking about acceptance and growth. Go out there, go go inside today and accept yourself for who the fuck you are, right? If you stayed on long enough for me to get back on here, go back inside who you are. Go inside your mind, go inside your heart, and truly start to connect with who the fuck you are. What is your truth? What is your passion? What are your desires in this life? Once you accept yourself, you can then learn to grow in that. Grow in the fucking acceptance of who the fuck you are in this day and age. You know the fucking drill, motherfuckers. Go out there, live life to the fucking fullest, right? Quit making them motherfucking excuses. We're coming back here every day, even if we're getting interrupted. Every fucking day, we are coming back. Coming soon is going to be the night chat. And it's going to be a little different. I'm going to try my best to do it a little differently. Mix it up and hear what you guys got to say about that. But you guys go out there, live life to the fullest, do something new, Do something for you, and then go do something for somebody else. And that's every fucking day, not just today, every fucking day. Live life to the fullest. Go out there and make a difference in this world. Remember, results kill excuses. It's all